exception. Achieving this is everybody's business, including yours. Everyone.
So, there are two films you just now saw, and there is a beautiful talk that Richard gave with the historical journey, datas, situation, facts, which you need to know. So basically, what we will quickly do is we will revise your understanding, because at this point in time, for inclusive education to be successful, we need three things. We need strong laws, policies, and a positive ecosystem, number one. Number two, understanding. Without attitudinal change, without understanding of the concept, laws and policies cannot achieve much. And the third thing which we require is political will backed by strong financial commitments. So, these are the three things which are required to ensure every country is at par and every child has the same platform, the same playing ground where they can study and blossom and do a lot for their communities, for themselves, and for their countries. So, what is inclusive education? Let us go to the basic. Inclusive education is when all children, you know, disabled, non disabled, coming from a very uh, low economic growth country or coming from a very rich country, coming from different uh, linguistic zones, coming from countries practicing very different cultural values and religious ethos. None of this become a bar, none of this become a barrier to learning. This is number one. Everybody learns together. How? When there is an appropriate network of support services. So, what are these network of support services that we need in a school? Number one, as you have been informed just now, is teachers, because they are the foundation. So, these teachers need to understand. What do they need to understand? They need to understand what is disability. They need to understand what are reasonable accommodations. They need to understand what are the different ways of teaching and the different ways of evaluating. I will tell you three examples. These are real examples. I was the state commissioner for protection of child rights and used to travel to different schools on inspection to find out if the schools are functioning properly, apart from other responsibilities I had. In one of the schools that I reached, the teacher, in most of the schools, the teacher would complain to me that these people are not studying, they are taking a lot of my time and effort. When we look at the output is not good. And ma'am, we have so many other responsibilities. How are we going to teach children who are so diverse in their functional challenges, and so on and so forth? So I said, what is the problem in your class? Let us start with that. She said, look, I taught this poetry 5 times. I taught this lesson 5 times. So, what is this lesson? This lesson is about India's independence movement, and I taught them so many times. Yet, this girl doesn't understand, doesn't speak, doesn't write. So, I said, how did you try? Do you know what is the issue? How did you teach? How are you trying to make her understand? So, she had a long list of explanations. So I told my staff, can you bring some of the things from the cart? So I gave the child papers and colors. The child did not write. The child had autism. She was from the autism spectrum. So tried to talk to her, tried to showed her some games if she would like to play and explain. And as we were talking, uh, a car that was passing by, because schools were very close to the roads often. So there was a song going on. So I said, "Would you like to sing?" She stood up, looked at me, gave me a big smile, and she sang the entire chapter that had been taught to her by her teacher. She remembered the names of all the leaders involved in the movement, and she sang it so beautifully.
Mm.
Then I looked at the teacher and said,